Hello, this is Carl's Mustang, and here's my first video in the Crew Motorfest. I told you past few videos I've been grinding the hell out of this game, waiting for next update, and we're here. I don't have the year 1 pass, so I'm only going to be able to review the cars that drop in the store. But still, I'm going to review them regardless. Like, this one's going to be the Ivory Tower Aezus. Now, I tried getting it. I even used Google Translator to try to pronounce the name correctly. But even it wouldn't pronounce it correctly, so that's what it's going to be called throughout this video. But it's about 1 million it's about 1.2 million. Pretty pricey. And I don't know, it doesn't look bad. It kind of reminds me of a Ford GT. It looks like if a Ford GT and a Rimac had a baby. That's about what it looks like. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, and I'll see you guys towards the track. Ivory Tower Aezus, and of course I have no pro settings on it, as I usually do. I changed the pro settings a little bit. They have like a white outline around the white dot now. That's interesting. But back to what I was saying, no pro settings, and of course fully upgraded. And the event we're going to be, it has quite a bit of customization. I mean, being a proto, I had no question it was going to have a lot of customization, so it has plenty of customization. It has good specs, as you can see. In fact, in reality, those are very impressive specs, only weighing 2,000 pounds with over 1,300 horsepower. But I drove it a little bit. It feels good to drive, so that's a definite plus. And the event we're going to be using today is Kiss Me Combi. It's one of the shortest events you could do, but it does show the cornering ability and, of course, high speed, so kind of perfect for a hypercar. But as usual, I'm going to go quiet and I'll tell you my thoughts after the run. Car, not bad. I mean, it has a little oversteer at higher speeds, which I guess is all-wheel drive hypercar with over 1,000 horsepower, so what do you expect? And then on lower speeds, it has a lot of oversteer. So it's kind of an interesting car. Of course, that can be tuned out of it. So that's a good thing. It can be tuned out of it. Like, that's one thing I love about Motorfest versus the Crew 2. There's no weird handling models that cannot be tuned out. At least so far from what we ran into so far, so that's a good thing. Altogether, this car's not bad. Besides the overpowered opponents, as you saw the opponent in the Koenigsegg Jesko and LaFerrari, it's not a bad car. I mean, it performs very well. I mean, do I think it's ever going to be OP or meta or whatever you want to call it? Probably not. I mean, the Koenigsegg Agera are. And I don't know how many other hypercars kind of hold that spot. But it's one of those cars, I think it's going to be probably considered viable or considered, or considered average. Because it's a good looking car, it performs decent, pretty well, especially once it gets pro settings. All around, it's not a bad car. 1.2 million ain't too bad, considering that there's cars that perform about the same that cost more than this. So, all around, it's not a bad car. I would recommend picking it up. And we also have a Summit Edition coming up pretty soon, the Stealth Edition. I think it's either next week or the week after next week. So, yeah, I think it's definitely worth getting. That's all I really have for today's video, and I'll see you guys later in the next video.